Welcome back to my Across the New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today? Sorry, just stretching. What do we talk about today? I don't really know. We're still, in holiday mood. Well, I mean, you might not be, but I certainly still am. I feel like it's sort of, it's almost like the days between Christmas and New Year's don't exist. No one does anything in this time period. It just, you're sort of existing in a liminal space between the start of a new year and the end of a previous one. But good evening, everyone. We're now in Fawnhollow. It's 11:17 p.m. on Wednesday, December 27th, 2023. Of course, there'll be a big countdown on New Year's, which I will probably time travel for. I can't imagine I'll be doing anything else for, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about today. To be perfectly honest, I've got pins and needles in my foot, which I don't think is that interesting. I suppose a topic of conversation. New Honkai Star Rail patch came out. I got around May and her light cone, which is, pretty awesome, as they say. I don't know. It's sort of like most things are pretty chill right now, because a lot of people, myself included, is of course spending time with friends and family over this holiday season. So when the Discord server's been reasonably quiet. I don't mean the Dear Darling one, to be honest. I mean the Dear Darling one's always quite quiet because I never actually posted it. Oh, there's people saying stuff. Hold on. Gotta react with that with a heart. To anyone who's typing stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like some of my friends on holiday, some of my friends at family, myself included. So it's all just like, it's all relatively chill right now. People are like winding down. Maybe people start coming back probably around now to 28th, 29th, 30th, those sort of days until New Year's comes. And then it's sort of like back into gear as soon as the New Year starts once again. I think the top 23 games of Steam charts released recently. Crazily, Lethal Company actually made it onto silver. I don't mean that's a bad thing. I mean that as an amazing thing, because as I said, I think Lethal Company is a very fun game, a very enjoyable sort of party game with people. But it's also the sort of thing where it's like it was released really quite late in the year, and it's still early access. So the fact that it actually managed to get into the silver boards, like top 50 or something, most sold games, is insanity, I think. But yeah, what can we talk about? I don't know. What else is going on in the world of games? Anything particularly interesting? Cursed Golf? Free on the Epic Games Store. One of them was, in the most recent days, was, what was it? Outer Worlds, I think, which is a game which has been highly, highly recommended to me by multiple people to play it, which I will do. At some point. I say giving a vague timeline with no definitive answer, thus I cannot be held responsible for, I suppose, any promises that I've not or have kept. At some point I need to actually, I put some things on my wish list into my cart. Like, what have I got in here? I've got the We Were Here Expeditions Friendship, because I didn't know that existed. And I have a friend who I play all the We Were Here games with, and I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. But we'll be playing that. Unboxing of Crypto Killer, same sort of thing. I've just added a load of really cheap games like Sexy Brutale or Talos Principle 2. I've added on here because it's a game I'd absolutely want to play. Rain World, it's been on my wish list for ages. Low battery. Filament, because it's quite cheap and it's about £30. So I could probably add something else. I'm not really sure what I want to add though. To be perfectly honest, I was just adding cheap games. Maybe Have a Nice Death might be a good one. I don't know what I've got next lined up for a mechanical based game. I mean, Okami's going to take forever. Oh, I got that game. That's interesting. It's not very mechanical based, so I don't know why that's there, but I guess it feels the same sort of niche. Not Filament. Cocoon could be another good one to pop in there. I mean, I've got Rain World now, I suppose, in there as well. I don't know why this game's on there. That shouldn't be on here. This game's not even released. I don't know if that's a game I will play. I mean, that's an interesting one, maybe. I'm not sure if this is a game I'm going to play either. This, I don't know, Cocoon might be. But I also don't think I'm going to get to it for ages, so it's not really a rush or anything. Pick away? I have a lot of games which aren't going to come out yet. I don't know why Astro is on here. Like, I watched Northern Line play it, and I was like, I'm actually kind of interested. And when I thought about it more, I'm probably not all that interested in playing it. I think it's a cool game, but I don't think it's my sort of game. Slave of Princess could be a cool one to put on here as well. Lock Digital. I don't even know what this is. I don't know why this is on here, but Hidden Cats in New York, which is strangely popular for some reason. I think it's just like a Where's Wally sort of thing, which is funny. A Jusant actually might be my sort of vibe. I don't really know. I hear it's got quite sort of relaxing thing. It's about like rock climbing. Not co-op style, but the person who did co-op, Bennett Foddy, he had a game. It's called like Grip or Gerp or something, which you might be able to still find online, and it's got about some similar sort of vibes to it. I think when I saw it, because it was covered by Game Maker's Toolkit, maybe. I don't really remember who it was covered at. I think they he covered it, and I was just like, this seems like a really like interesting concept. It's quite vibey. And atmospheric, I suppose, in that sense, which, you know, I do like. Needy Streamer Overload, I'm very, very curious about, but I don't think that's something I can play on YouTube, if I understand correctly. It's a little bit, the themes it gets into probably is not so suitable for the audience I cultivated. Moss could be an interesting one. I have so many games, but every time I go to be like, oh, what game should I play? I'm just like, I've got no games to play, and I accidentally just walk straight back into the airport. Charts of Sinan. I didn't realise like it was released as well. I got it, low battery. I will charge it at some point. I don't even know what guilt is, but this is apparently on my wish list. What is this? Why are you on my wish list? Excuse me. Do not play any music, please. It's like a survival horror. I don't know why this is on my wish list. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it's not like... I don't look at this and be like, whoa, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I guess because it's like Little Nightmares, maybe? That's the sort of vibes I get from it. Emotional impact. Maybe it's because this has a really good story I read, and I was like, that as... except one vital flaw. I don't know. Anyway, what's that game called? Is it called GURP? I think it's called GURP. Yeah, Foddy.net. I mean, you can play it right now. You basically sort of like move your arms independently and like shift muscles to actually like climb up, except for, of course, you know, similar to Co-op, which has the most insane sort of like control scheme. You have to like use your entire alphabet keyboard, I suppose, to mimic climbing with holds or something like that. Right? I think so. Flex muscles. I don't know if this has sound. So like, hold on, I've got it here. Oh, and then you flex your muscles to grab onto that, and then you can like unflex your muscles. It's very difficult to sort of keep track of what you are holding on to. So I'm holding on to F and M. I can release F. No, I can release M. I don't know what I'm reaching for. I'm reaching for U, and then I release F, and you sort of swing around. And at some point, I think your man gets tired, right? I don't know. I don't really know what makes that happen. Oh yes, perfect. I don't know why I'm just playing like a game while I'm also playing Animal Crossing, but I'm just sort of climbing upwards. And hoping I can eventually get back. I've twisted my man's arm, but he seems unfazed, to be perfectly honest. Oh, that was so close. I don't know at what point he becomes tired, but... Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and play this for the entire time, but... that's what it's called, right? GURP? I literally just opened it and I immediately forgot what it's called. I don't know why it's called that. Bennett Foddy has a very interesting way of naming things. Do you think Bennett Foddy's done anything else reasonably recently? Because, oh my god, this was 2011. Games by Bennett Foddy, Co-op, GURP, Little Master Cricket. I remember playing these so much. Get on Top, Sports Friends version. I feel like I played that as well. Maybe? No, I can't really remember, to be honest. It's like a sumo sort of game where you sort of leapfrog your friends around yourself. Flop, I don't know this. Zebra? Experiments, Plan B. I guess he hasn't made one for a while. How's your Twitter going, Bennett Foddy? I did not mean to sit down. Nothing since 2022, except for people playing Getting Over It, which you might be like, is that a game you ever play? I don't know. Probably not. I tend to dislike games which reset you back to zero after any sort of progress. I don't like restarting from scratch every single time without... Because I think the feeling of progression is one of the big things I like from playing a game. Like, one of my friends, like, very much stands by Getting Over It, but she's very much a sort of about the journey, not the destination sort of person, probably to a certain extreme, while I might be, quite in the other direction. I like my sense of progression, and it's not so much it's frustrating, but it does make me feel like I don't get any joy from playing it, so why would I bother in the first place? It's sort of like, it feels like I'm investing a lot of time to only get satisfaction when I finally reach the end. But as I understand it, it will be like this grand satisfaction thing where I'm like, oh, I feel so accomplished from doing it. I feel amazing. When in reality, I think it will be like, okay, I feel like somewhat accomplished from doing it. Honestly, I probably feel like quite little from it, which is quite maybe why I need like small incremental, not attributes, what's the word? Achievements, I suppose, to latch onto as I go. Otherwise, the victory will taste quite hollow to me in the end. Which is, I don't mean that in a depressing way. It's just sort of like you gotta understand the things which motivate you, when you play games. Like, I guess what I mean is I don't mind starting from zero, but I don't want to do like an entire game starting from zero over and over and over again, like Getting Over It is. Technically it's not starting from zero, you can catch yourself partway through, but I mean, like, the things which I don't mind starting from zero, I'm trying to think like Hollow Knight, the Pantheon Hallowness. I didn't mind doing that because it was such like a grandiose final like culmination, I suppose, of all my talents and abilities, that it felt like this is how it should be. This is a final payoff. It wasn't like a culmination of things which I've not done before. It felt like a final test, and it wasn't really starting from zero every single time. It was more like you had to do like 6 gauntlets or something in a row, culminating in a very difficult final battle. Like, I don't know, I guess that's more like the limit of what I like to do. But if it was like you had to do the entire thing through with no like pit stops or anything like that, no ways to like mentally reset yourself, I'd be like, nah, I'm not really about that. That's not worth it for me in the end. And especially if that was the entire game, instead of being one which, you built up towards, I suppose, by playing the entirety of Hollow Knight through to get to that moment. Different feelings, I suppose. Why do I have battery saver turned on? Oh, because it's... Do I have slow charge turned on? Might be because it's quite late. I've got slow... Okay, turn off once to allow this to charge up properly. I forgot what I was saying, to be perfectly honest. Catch some snowflakes, that's what I need to do. Need to hit some wood. And get some coffee. Yeah, I don't know. We're starting from zero. I mean, I guess that's technically like roguelikes. Roguelikes in general is a sort of starting from zero, which is weird because I don't feel as much a Binding of Isaac, but I think that's because you have a sort of sense of progression over time, or maybe because I'm so good that there's not many runs I lose. It's more frustrating doing a character where it feels like you're starting from zero every single time, like well, actually, I guess it's more frustrating when your run can end so suddenly, like Tainted, Lost or something. I don't mind suffering a little bit restarting from zero every single time, but if I spend multiple attempts and then don't get any like things checked off for post-it notes, I think that's when it probably starts getting quite frustrating for me. Oh no, the axe. Because I remember trying to do boss rush or Tainted Lost. Took forever, and honestly I was getting quite annoyed by it. And also Tainted Lazarus as well, but Tainted Lazarus sort of like is a bit strange a situation because I actually quite liked playing Tainted Lazarus. This is, by the way, pre-buff Tainted Lazarus, and you might be like, are you insane? And the answer is yes. It's sort of like he was crazy bad, I would say, before he was buffed. if I recall, I'm trying to remember, like, you switched you basically had to build 2 runs simultaneously with half the items. So you needed, like, a crazy strong run to get to the end. And he might have been, like, one of the first no, wait. Yes, it was his Tainted Lazarus. He might have been one of the first characters I actually filled out the entire post-it note for. I think Jacob and Esau was first, and then it was Tainted Lazarus, maybe. I actually feel like I have, like, the Binding of Isaac. But for whatever reason, I recorded it. Maybe. I might have deleted it now, but... yeah, looks like I probably deleted it. But it's very random. Unless it's in here. Random gaming. Yeah, looks like I deleted it. Oh well. I forgot what I was going to say now. Starting from 0. Actually, I don't know. I had a point here, I think. About games which start from 0 again. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm on 2 minds about it, because I don't hate roguelites. But again, I don't play many roguelites. I think Binding of Isaac is the only one I played long term. Mainly because I think it's probably the skill flaw that you sort of need to overcome while playing roguelites. It's not prohibitive, but it is certainly where I'm just like, I'm not sure if I'm willing to put in all that effort for it. Oh, I should actually probably prioritise catching snowflakes and getting the axe done. Getting the axe remade, because I will forget to do it next time I need it, and then I'll be like, oh no, I don't have an axe. But catching snowflakes we're prioritising, because having it be a 5 times reward is always very nice for contributions towards Nookmal missions. I forgot the term, to be honest. I'm trying to really think. There have been very few games or moments in games where they do feel like a restart from 0. I guess it's not the restarting from 0 which bothers me. I guess it's having to restart from 0 multiple times. Like, I don't mind a few restarts from 0, but having like 20 odd or so restarts from 0s and feeling like I'm making no progress is probably too frustrating for me. Which is, I'm not sure if frustrating is the right word. Well, maybe it is the right word. I shouldn't pretend I'm like above frustration. I'm not immune to not being... Wait, I'm not immune to being frustrated. I was like, I've got to think how the negations work in that sentence. I'm not immune to becoming frustrated while playing. Yeah, I'm not immune to becoming frustrated while playing a game. I think it sort of goes hand in hand with the fact that I don't tend to seek out games which make me frustrated. Like, it doesn't sort of... I'm not sort of like, yeah, let me play an intensely frustrating game, because I don't know. Not like I don't like skill checks, I suppose, in games. I guess I kind of like games which have fast retries. So a game like Celeste, pretty difficult. I don't mind going at it over and over and over again, because, you know, the levels are quite contained and small, to be perfectly honest. So restarting from 0 is not really restarting from very far backwards. But in a game like that, getting over it is like a really large hill to climb. And I think starting from 0 again would make me go like, you know what, I'm not that interested in climbing all the way back up to try and see the rest of what's going on. I don't know if we have enough time to make an axe, to be honest, but we will. We've had a dearth recently, I suppose, of shorter normal length episodes. Couldn't think how to phrase a sentence. I can't think how to phrase any sentence. I'm trying to think if I've played any game which properly starts you from 0 again. I had played a bit of I Want to Be the Guy. I wasn't honestly totally in love with it. But if you like it, then, you know, more power to you. It was not my sort of thing. It's perhaps how I'd put it. Probably need more than one stone, huh? Rock and stone. In the infamous words of that dwarf game. Hold on. Deep Rock Galactic. I knew it. I knew it was in my brain somewhere. It's a game I've never played, so I don't know how necessarily fun / good it is, but I've only heard good things about it. That doesn't start you from zero. I don't know, Lethal Company starts you from zero, actually. Maybe I'll add something which will end up dragging on me, I suppose, as we play more. I mean, I did come on last time where I was like, I wonder if it's getting to its end of... I'm getting slightly tired of Lethal Company. Not that I think it's bad, but I'm starting to get to a point where I'm like, it's not as exciting as I thought it used to be. I don't know. Maybe I need to play it again before I properly decide. But that starts you from zero. Oh well. Anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been dear darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.